Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, the mission is developing leaders who are promoting brotherhood and academic excellence and provide service and advocacy for our communities. They've got two special events coming up this month, and they are joining us now to share all the details. Welcome here.
Thank you for having us.
Well, tell us a little bit first about the community service history of Alpha Phi Alpha.
Well, Alpha Phi Alpha is the oldest Black Greek letter organization that exists. We were founded in 1906 with the motto of service to all mankind. And we have a number of what we call national programs that sort of help us achieve that goal. We have educational programs such as our Go to High School, Go to College program. We have a program that focuses on voter education. We have programs that focus on assisting our youth in various other ways as well. The programs that we're talking about that are coming up in the next week or two focus on the educational aspects, and it focuses on the Caring for Men initiatives that we have in place. We have our Father's Day breakfast, our annual Father's Day breakfast coming up this Saturday, June 15th. It's going to be from 9 to noon at the Board Comfort Inn and Conference Center on Crane Highway, 4500 Crane Highway. And the focus is on, well, the theme for this year's Father's Day breakfast is Always There. This is the 12th year of our Father's Day breakfast. It was started by one of our brothers who unfortunately is deceased, brother Christopher G. Riley. So it's named in honor of him. One of the things that we do during the Father's Day breakfast, one of the highlights of our Father's Day breakfast is an essay contest that we focus on getting essays from elementary, middle school, and high school students, and we pick winners from those. And our charitable foundation, the charitable arm of our organization, which is tasked with providing scholarships and educational activities for students, will award prizes to the winners of those essay contests. One of the things that's new this year with the Father's Day breakfast is an initiative to establish a cohort group of young gentlemen, young fathers, and provide mentoring services to those young fathers. We want to provide support to young fathers who may not have had fathers in their lives when they were growing up, and we want to provide them with our experience as fathers and provide them with some information that might help them along the way in terms of helping raise their own children.
Yeah, so obviously there's some benefits for the next generation for something like that.
Yeah.
You also have another event, a health fair coming up as well. Tell us about that.
Yes, it's the second annual Men's Health Forum, and this year our title is Changing the Narrative, Men plus Health equal Power. And so we're focusing on changing the narrative specifically related to many of the maladies that impact boys and men of color. We know that African American men are disproportionately affected by HIV, disproportionately affected also in areas related to prostate cancer. And so we are promoting health and education and knowledge and awareness through sessions, educational sessions, and access to medical providers at the second annual Men's Health Forum on June 22nd at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Greenbelt.
So two great events coming up here. You've mentioned some of the pressing issues. Are there other pressing issues for people of color that you work with?
Well, we have what we call the Youth Leadership Development Institute program, which is run by the fraternity, by our chapter, and our charitable foundation. And we focus on a number of things. Then one of the things that we focus on, obviously, is issues in our community, such as dealing with the police. Most of it is educational efforts in terms of mentoring, in terms of getting them to understand how to deal with conflict. We also, again, like I said, focus on voter education. Last year we held a huge candidates forum. We'll probably do that again in the future to focus on, to educate voters about the various candidates, the various issues that they take. We don't support any particular candidate, but we try to provide as much education as we can to the voting public to get them information about those sorts of things. We do food and basket drives on a regular basis for the various holidays, for Easter, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. So we try to serve the community in that way as well. And we're also involved in cleaning up our highways on a regular basis. We have a stretch of highway along Martin Luther King Road that we clean up to try to keep our community beautiful. So the things that we're trying to do is try to uplift our community, serve our community the best we can, because that is our model of service to all mankind.
And in terms of health issues that you are dealing with, when you talked a little bit about HIV and some of the other things, what are the most pressing issues in terms of health?
Well, like we said, we know that there's primarily African American men and men and women suffer from hypertension. So, but we know that African American men are also more likely to have it less under control. So that's what we're trying to tackle, some of the educational issues around controlling hypertension. And then with diabetes, we also know in Prince George's County that men also had higher rates of inpatient visits due to diabetes. So we want to tackle the education piece around diabetes. So many of the topics that we address in the health forum deal with those areas. So we're talking about nutrition, we're talking about mental health, we're talking about mentoring, we're talking about father engagement. We're a host of issues that impact health, not just health itself, but social determinants of health, issues that impact health and health outcomes.
So obviously the whole picture is what you're trying to get across.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're also trying to destigmatize the idea of men getting help. You know, obviously men do a lot of things to help their families and whatnot, but one of the things that we don't do on a regular basis is go get medical attention when we need it.
Okay.
So that's one of the ways that we're trying to destigmatize that idea.
And before we close the interview, can you just repeat the dates of these events coming up?
The Father's Day breakfast is this Saturday, June 15th, from 9 to noon at the Bowie Comfort Inn and Conference Center, 4500 Crane Highway. If you want more information, you can go to pul1906.org. You can go there also.
Say that one
purchase
more
tickets.
time so we can.
pul1906.org.
Okay. And for
And
yours?
the Men's Health Forum, Changing the Narrative, Men Plus Health Equals Power, on June 22nd at the Crown Plaza Greenbelt from 10 to 4.
All right. Some great events. Hopefully you'll get a nice turnout for these. Thank you so much.
All right, thank